everybody? How are we doing tonight? We are live here on the internet. My name is Bardicdice, and we're gonna just relax, unwind tonight over a nice coffee with some Bardic brews with my good old friends. You guys, thank you so much for showing up today. Appreciate it. So normally we do have a campaign here on Wednesdays, but right now we're kind of in between, relaxing a little bit and highlighting some Bardic brews, chatting. So I'm really excited. I love just kind of chilling back, talking to you guys, you know, this kind of stuff. So we're gonna take this time over the next month, and I'm gonna call this the Road to the Netherdeep, where I'm gonna have you guys help me create NPCs, different locations, taverns, you know, things like that that will show up in the campaign. That way you guys get to be part of the story and create. That's what I love to do. So real quick as we jump in here, and let me know if the music needs to be changed a little bit. I'm trying, this is a little something different. This is Autumn Orange. If you guys are you know, OGs back from the original Just Chatting, you know Autumn Orange is one of the first music people I used. So Autumn Orange does a lot of Critical Role music and lo-fi, so if you like that kind of stuff, go check them out. Since we are doing a Critical Role campaign, I figured it was apt for it. And also, if you like the music during our Starting Soon and Be Right Back screens, that is by Arcane Anthems. The one specifically called Action Surge. So definitely check his stuff out. Both of them do free RPG music for like TTRPGs, RPGs, things like that. So really great resources to check that out. But yeah, real quick, my name is Bardicdice. If you're new to this channel, hi, my name is Michael, Bardicdice. We just do D&D, nerd stuff, positivity on this channel, and welcome. Thank you so much for joining in if you're watching on the VOD, or maybe, who knows, eventually on YouTube, years down the road. Don't worry, it's not recent, I can tell you that much. Though I am trying. If you go to my YouTube, we're trying to catch up. But we do D&D twice during the week. Wednesdays is normally the campaign, which we'll be doing the Call of the Netherdeep campaign starting in July. And on Thursdays is our Fates United homebrew game, which we'll be getting back to tomorrow, which we share with Marquee Gaming and stuff. So it's super exciting, super happy to get back into it. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Wednesdays and Thursdays. You should definitely check it out. And there's more. Guys, you can see in the little rotating thing, we have stuff going on during the week. We have Beacon's Aura coming back this week on Marquee Gaming. We got Art with Rachel on Marquee Gaming on Mondays. We got Literary DM doing a Zelda-inspired game that I play in. You can check it all out right there. You always have something going on during the week. So, if you haven't been a part of that before, definitely go ahead and follow our socials. That way you can be up to date on any new projects. And we also have a wonderful Discord that we join together with Marquee Gaming and a lot of other amazing content creators in the tavern. So if you want to hang out, meet some great TTRPG or just content creators in general, it's an amazing Discord and the community that you guys have built and have made out of positivity and just all this amazing stuff. So thank you guys so much for doing that. That being said, let's hang out. How are you guys doing? Let's chat for a little bit. My plans tonight, just so you know, we're gonna chat for a little bit, and then I want to get your help on creating an NPC for our main party. So our party is gonna have almost like a backing or patronage in the beginning, a patron. So I want you guys to help me create the race, the name, what their background was, where they got their money from, why are they backing an adventurer. I literally just have artwork from the campaign that I thought was really cool, and even you get to choose out of 4 options. So this is all chat related, and I really want you guys to help out with that. So super excited. But yeah, let's catch up to chat. I know we were chatting a little bit. We were talking about the chill vibes. I love it. Create content, you say? Yes, Sips, of course. We get to create content. Maybe not the Dingus Lingus names, but you know, we'll get there. The one where it's just Liam talking all the way is my favorite. Yes, Liam O'Brien. Oh, so good. Yeah, and Arcane Autumn Orange has albums for each of the different characters, like Ford and Jester and Caleb. It's super cool. It's really good stuff. Give it a 3-week period and there'll be a flood of D&D episodes on the channel. Yeah, probably. You're getting there. I'm working on it. It's great. of course, Pip. Thank you so much for rocking out Beacon. I know, I'm so nervous for Sunday. It's gonna be so much fun. Guys, if you haven't watched Beacon's Aura, this is the week to do it. Crazy stuff's gonna happen. I personally think things will be different from here on out. I really do. I don't think things are gonna be the same. It's gonna be like one of those big, just changes, you know? Last week, we had been working with our patron, why am I blanking out all of a sudden? What's his name? Mr. Oh my gosh, what's his name? Why am I'm literally blanking out right now. I always like lose my memory when I get on here. I'll lose my glasses. Mr. Shaw, see, glasses help me. Yeah, Mr. Shaw's been working on a injection. That way we'll hopefully get not brainwashed as much by the big bad. And yet 2 of us rolled really, really bad. So yeah, most likely we're still getting mind controlled. Yeah, so that's gonna be fun.
You're like cultivating dead people.
Yeah, of course, yep. I can always count on lit in sips to Dankaroo McStoobies. We'll be in there. It's gonna be dramatic at Beacons. It is, for sure. A monk named Monk. I like it. He could be, he makes monkfish at the restaurant nearby. Mr. Shaw. I know, Karis is appalled. I'm sorry. It's been a month. I have a whole lot of other campaigns in my head. I'm sorry. Amara, I got it. I'm so proud. Yeah. By the way, I figured well, actually, we'll save it when we bring Greg on. Was talking about that. So, yeah, so it's just super exciting. We have a lot of fun stuff on this channel. You can see a little bit of new branding with the new logo there. I'm really trying to work on, you can see like I got the little D20. I'm working on a logo, but I'm having a hard time spatially working it out. So we'll figure it out. It's a work in progress. But yeah, so Bardic Brews will be happening Wednesdays throughout June. And then eventually, I think I'm going to move them to Saturday mornings. We'll see. It's just, you know, I work a lot, so there's that. But yeah, so you guys know, Call of the Netherdeep is going to replace Wild Beyond the Witchlight. And we have some returning players. We have Brittany and Nick, but we also have some brand new faces, which you have seen in the Fates United one-shot, Megan and Greg. So we're super excited. Thank you for aggressively making me lose my glasses all night. So yeah, super excited for that. So I think this week we're gonna go over the NPC. Another week, I think we're gonna talk about different channel point redemptions that you guys would like to do that we can definitely put in there for the campaign. I think I want to give you guys some more interactive stuff with the story. Maybe things that won't like totally derail it, but like I've been thinking about a pool of like boons from the gods. So like every 10,000 is like a boon in a pot in a pool that each of the players can pick from, and maybe you can give them like a D4 or an advantage or something like that. So yeah, we'll see. But how are you guys doing? What is new with all of you? How are your games going? What is going on? I want to hear from you guys before we get started. I love doing this. I really miss just chatting and just unwinding with you. This is the way, Mike. Yeah, I know. Sit Master Gerbish Halfeltime as your patron. Yeah, Gerbish there. Yeah, Gerbish talks like that. Yeah, he's a good patron though. Always sounds like he's busy with something. I do like that though. It could be on a list. We'll get to it. We'll get to a list. I'll ask you guys for some options, and what we'll do is we'll do a poll. That way, if you're in chat, you can go ahead and choose and do it. Rachel, it's just you answer questions before him secondhand. Yeah. Amar, little did you know he's just going to be peeking out from behind the bookcase his whole interview.
I'm sure.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm excited. Launch players are 4. Oh, players are 4 out of 7 bosses done. It's getting close to the end now. This is crazy. 7 bosses. Good lord. That's exciting. It's so exciting, dude. I love your storytelling. If you guys haven't, go check out Yonch and Yona. They do a Saturday campaign, which is absolutely amazing, super fun. I got to be a guest star in theirs. It's just great storytelling. A lot of character development and stuff like that. So, and you just hit your 1-year anniversary. That's amazing. That's crazy. It's insane. Like all these like anniversaries coming up. Like it's just blows my mind how long we've been streaming now. I mean, and how long we've known each other too. I mean, that's the crazy part. Like, I don't know, it's just time flies. So yeah, congratulations. That's so exciting. We'll definitely have to try and come out and celebrate that when you hit that. Or if you announce it. Sorry. I think I got the pollen sickness or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. So another thing too is that I want to go over is kind of a little bit of exposure to Exandria, the Critical Role world that the setting will be in, because you know, I know there are a few critters here, but I know there's a lot of people that haven't been exposed to Critical Role either. So that might be some of what we go over, is just some of the settings and the world. Critical Role right now is actually having a little break from their campaign 3 and doing a small little mini series by Brendan Lee Mulligan, the one that the DM that runs Dimension 20, and it's called Exandria Unlimited Calamity, which is actually going back and telling a little bit of the lore of a big event that happened in the creation of the world, like thousands of years ago. And it actually kind of ties into the campaign. So just putting that out there, if anyone is curious to watch a little 4-point series of what some of the Calamity was like, and get little pieces of the lore of the world. Just saying, it's not a bad series to go watch before we do ours, because the Calamity does at least have a background place in this game. So, you know, I just want to say it. All right, here we go.
The faint tracings of a face.
Almost half a year now. It's got to be longer than that, right? Oh, it's crazy. If I concur, Yonch D&D is one of the few D&D playthroughs I can watch for a while. They're so chill and nice to listen to. Yeah. Seriously, yeah, they're so much fun to watch, and you should go check them out. It's a great time. Zip Master Gerbis must be 1, be halfling, always. 2, be bard, of course. 3, be charming, distracted, and smug. Especially good at flute and card tricks. Zip Master, you're always good at NPC creation. I love it. I literally turned to Sips and was like, hey, create a halfling town for me. Thank you. I've watched a lot of Critical Role Campaign 2, but I don't watch much Campaign 1 or 3. Okay. Yeah, Campaign 2 is really cool. So we're going to... I'm going to run the game pretending as if no one, even my players, which a few of them have any exposure to Critical Role. So when you watch the campaign, I'm going to explain everything as if, you know, it's brand new. So that way it's easy to jump in and you don't feel lost. There will be potential minor connections or spoilers to the campaigns, but I'm going to try and not to really make huge connections, because I don't want people to be like, I don't get that inside joke. It doesn't make sense. So, yeah, we'll see that. Yonch, Daw, thank you. That's just to confirm your guest spot, right? Yeah. Yes, and of course, we will have a few guest spots. Yonch and Yona will be joining us in the beginning of the campaign, but we'll get to that here a little bit. So it's going to be super exciting. We have actually a lot of guest people that will be joining us for the beginning of this campaign. We're going to hold back a little bit on revealing that. I think it'll be kind of fun to reveal the night of, especially for our intro session. I think it'll be something a little different, and I'm really excited about it. So they'll either be the 1st or 2nd week of July. And then after that, we're going to do just like we did for Fates. I want to take an episode and really get into what our players are doing before they meet up, and then get a chance for them to meet up together and actually have a reason to, and have you guys kind of see what's going on in their world jumping into the campaign, because I'm definitely bringing their backstories heavily into this game. So Wild Beyond the Witchlight didn't really have too much of a backstory involvement. A little bit with, you know, Rhea and Autumn, but no one else really kind of had it highlighted, and I didn't really focus on that. So in this one, I definitely want to slow down the campaign a little bit. I want to add in some more homebrew stuff, some more backstory stuff. So that's kind of my idea for this one. A little bit of mixture, a little bit of module, a little bit of homebrew. Puppy, what's up, Nelson? How's it going? How are you still in Italy? How is that going, brother? Spoopy, and I'm obsessed with this Calamity. It's 10 out of 10 amazing. Seriously, it really is. Like, both episodes now have been jaw-dropping for both a Critical Role player and just... I just love Brandon Lee Mulligan's style. He is definitely going all out balls to the wall with this one, for sure. Amara, I just started listening to Calamity in podcast form, and it's been easier for me to listen to than sitting down and watching something. Yeah. I can totally understand that. I used to do that when I would drive to work every day, so I'd have like 30 minutes. I would just listen to it the whole time. I mean, I kind of do that a little bit now. I've actually been listening to Dee's friend, Mickey, who does Tyranny of Dragons. So just posted in the Discord, so you should go check that out. Yeah, it's literally the only reason I said that. Yeah. Yeah, no, seriously, Pip wouldn't say it if it's not true. I mean, like, my Wednesday game was very chaotic, and so a lot of people didn't want to watch that. So that's saying a lot of compliment to you, Yonda, for, you know, your actual play. I mean, I have a hard time watching actual plays too, and yours was one of those that I like to go back and watch. Swoopy side-eye, what are you making, Bardic? I guess you'll find out. I love it. The Calamity is just my code name for what Matt Mercer calls me at his unfilmed personal table. I gotcha. That makes sense. That makes sense. I love it. Spoiler, I'm every guest, but I wear different glasses and swear that... Sip, come on, man. I was trying not to spoil it, dude. Well, we have Sit Master, Mip Master, Fip Master, but I guess it's all ruined now. Great. Why fake when I have a real one? Sometimes he doesn't wear glasses, then you really know he's different people. It's true. It's true. Mm-hmm. Just like when I take mine off, you think it's totally someone else. Ouch. Fake, clean, shaven upper lip? No. My name is Clark Kent. Sent with a K and a C. All wearing bad wigs. I love it. Yeah, the more chaotic it gets, the harder time I have watching D&D streams, even if it's great and well done. So yeah, me watching longer than 10 minutes of D&D stream is saying something. Yeah, for sure. Pip Master, the ultimate collider of character. Oh, I want to see that. Yeah, I would totally want to see that. By the way, what is everyone drinking tonight? I have my normal caramel cappuccino coffee. Anybody else got a coffee or a drink with them? What do you guys got going on? And also, what other modules have you guys had exposure to? I know a lot of us here tend to kind of lean towards homebrew. But, you know, we had the Wild Beyond the Witchlight. We had Call of the Netherdeep. I've done Avernus for an offline group. Literally all the way up to like the final chapter. So there's that. I've played in Curse of Strahd, but I never really had a chance to finish it. It was like the start of it. We started Dragon Heist, never finished it. I did finish Storm King's Thunder. Actually, I thought that was a really fun one. I did enjoy that a lot, actually. Diet Dr. Pepper, because God bless America. God bless America. America. Okay. Truly torn between two worlds. Pip, just making dinner right now, but I plan on cold brew. Ooh, nice. I'm excited about that. Yonch, I'm gonna need to get some caramel syrup, just a coffee coming up. All right, nothing bad with the OG and basics. Nothing bad with that. Spoops, I gotta get up and make some coffee. I slept most of the day, so I suppose it's time for coffee. Yeah, I did a lot of sleeping too. I was up all night. I was very productive last night with my overlays. All these overlays were made last night. I totally redid the background, and because I wanted it more moving and have like a little bit more of a 3D-ness to it. So, yeah, I stayed up till 7 a.m. redoing all of these overlays for the Bardic Brew channel. But you know, that's what we do.
Everything that is made there will
Whoa, excuse me.
Hero's mark.
I want to. There we go. My chat sometimes gets stuck.
As a gift to the All-Hammer to remind him that
Ooh, maybe put some cinnamon in it. That actually sounds really good. Brown sugar, lavender is the question. Or both. I say both. Rom, you said you played Module to Descent to Avernus. How'd you like it? I had love and hate relationship with that. I kind of like the premise. I just didn't like some of the execution. I definitely felt like a fetch quest in the middle just to slow down the game, for sure. Brown sugar spoopy. Which light? Dragon Eyes, Candlekeep, read through Frost Maiden. I definitely want to play Frost Maiden. I've heard a lot of good things about it. Pathfinder both played in and ran Rise of the Rune Lords and played in Wrath of the Righteous. I definitely want to start looking into Pathfinder games too, or seeing what kind of adventures they have. Yeah, oh that's right, I did do Mines of Fendelver. I forgot about that. Played Mines of Fendelver, SKT, Dragon Heist, I think it is. Yeah. Dragon Heist is interesting. I feel like you need the right party for it. But yeah, I think for some people it could be fun. Oh my god, brown sugar. You bet on my way. Yes, please. 5e modules, none. 3.0 Pathfinder, we got Ravenloft, Age of Worms, Shackled City, Rise of the Rune Lords, Curse of the Crimson Throne. I haven't heard about a lot of the Crimson Throne. And Shattered Star. I've also run a handful of one-shots from pre-made modules from Paizo. Nice. Yeah, I know you guys were talking about that a lot. Good Deeds, the man of the hour. Heyo everyone, hope you are all doing well tonight. Oh, we did Frost Maiden as well. My new DM buddy ran it. Oh, that's fun. Jan Storyteller, welcome from Texas. How you doing, buddy? Welcome, welcome. Thanks for dropping in. If I excluded any I haven't finished. Oh, that's smart. If I include unfinished Giant Slayer, Wrath, or lost the chat. Iron Gods, Jade Regent. Dang, you guys have a lot under your belt. Amar, I swear Pip is like Dee's #1 fan. You make his head swell. I know, right? We don't get the yell in the chat. To Dragon Heist 100% needs the right DM and players. It's a strange one. Yeah, it's definitely like heavy RP and supposed to like give like that city vibe, which I get. But I feel like they could do so much more with it. You got so much intrigue and all these, you know, different factions, but yeah. Deeds, I won't be able to fit through the doors soon. You got a homebrew Dragon Heist to make it work. Yeah, I could see that. Smite coming in with a blast there. How you doing, buddy? Thanks so much for the resubscribe. How are you doing? We're just chilling tonight. We're about to do some NPC creation for the Call of the Netherdeep campaign. So I'm super excited about that. Braum, it was my first module to play in, so I like the start that everyone seemed to hate. Yeah, I like the start too. I actually had to homebrew it a bit, but I did like it as well. After though, when we get to Avernus, it got really boring for me because nothing made sense anymore, so it was extremely hard to know what to do and what information to keep track of. Yeah, no, I agree. It doesn't really lead you very well. It's just like a fetch quest. Like, oh, go talk to this person. And it's a lot of, I think like cameo sort of grab. You know, like, oh, hey, if you know all the other old lore, you'll recognize this name. Pip, oh, Mar, I feel like you're Mark's biggest fan, and I'm Deeds. That's actually pretty fair. I can see it. Their modules, Adventure Pass, tend to run from level 1 to 20. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Piezo. They also vary in style and tone. That's true. That's actually really interesting. I'd love to run one sometime. That'd be cool. Talking about Dragon Heist, Amora says, I agree. I can't imagine how I would run it without our DM homebrewing a lot of it. Yeah. Yeah, I think it serves itself too. Marquee Gaming, thank you so much for the resubscribe. I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you so much.
Will you just ask him?
Truth, he is a champion after all, of course.
Okay.
You're doing well. I'm really glad to hear that. I've always loved seeing your face. You always come in with an
I want
entrance.
to know how he's doing.
That's good. I'm so glad to see you guys having a good week. I know it's It's kind of been, I think, busy for a lot of people right now. Just a lot going on. I know I've been working a lot of hours. So, like, I'll get really tired and then take off a couple days. And then I got some stuff happening, some life changes possible. So, yeah, we'll announce those if it happens. We'll see. So, just a lot of stuff to figure out kind of week to week. So, I definitely am here for you guys if you're going through stuff. And give you guys a little reprieve just to unwind and relax from your week every, for a couple hours a night. Amar, I feel bad that one time I voted for cringe. I betrayed Mark's trust. I swooped in and I took it because, someone has to be there. Chiv, hey, how you doing? Mark cried for hours. Hey D, cheers. How you doing? Super excited to announce that D will be returning for our official artist as well for Call of the Netherdeep. So definitely go check her out for commissions. Same with Pip 400 Art 01. If you guys want any commissions, both of them are open and taking them. But because of one NPC, I can never run Avernus. That or I would have to change NPC's name, yeah, because of this. But my table already knows their actual name, so I can never run it truly. Yeah, unfortunately. Storyteller, I'm doing quite well. North Texas RPG Con was a roaring. Oh, cool. You went to a con? That's fun. I ran 2 games there. Got to play Hyperborea with the guy who wrote it. Oh, neat. That's so fun. Yeah, tell us about that. What is Hyperborea? I haven't heard about it before. What kind of setting is it? I don't know. It kind of sounds like sci-fi or something. That's really cool. I'm glad you had fun going to a con. I've brand new to the RPG con world, and I think it's so much fun. I want to definitely go to a couple more. Yo, nah. Okay. Now that I got that logo brain lock out of the way, I can go and make coffee. I'll be back in a second. Yeah. Mark's like, I cried for hours. Zips. Yeah, I tend not to include finished ones because technically it's like 50 because I played at a table in 2009 to 11 Ohio where we'd sample the first book of a ton of APs. Took about 3 months per book. Oh, wow. That's interesting. That's kind of cool, though, to, like, sample them out. Mark knew we were talking about him and he emerged. Smite, thank you so much for the lurk, buddy. I appreciate you. Because Amara voted for Cringe instead of you at Mario Kart. That hurt. The betrayal. Storytale, though I've heard of these modules you've listed, I've never played in any of them or GM'd them. Yeah, there's a lot of them, I think, from previous, I think he was saying they're from 3.0. But yeah, a lot of them are ones that I haven't seen before. Except Strange Aeons is another one, played first 2 books. To date, the only use of mass amnesia is a necessary character component that I didn't hate. Ooh, that's interesting. That's fun. Amara, grab your penance. I'm so sorry, Marky. I'll let you down. I'll do better. Spoopy, I'm claiming the spot for Pip's biggest fan. There we go. Hey, Nugget. Hello. Welcome to the channel. How you doing today? We are just chilling, talking, and just catching up a little bit over some coffee for some Bardicdice. And then we are going to go and create an NPC. Really start that process. And then tonight, we'll be doing some interviews and talking to Greg, who'll be one of our players in our Call of the Netherdeep campaign that'll be starting in July. So welcome to have you. How are you doing? What are you up to tonight? Pip, yeah. Gasp, yes. Mark, I let you down first to break your trust. How sad. Pip, you can root for me while I lose most of the time. You are the MVP. Wow, Rach. I've been voting for you every single time except for the last one. That hurts that, I'm forgotten by both Mark and Rachel, That's fine. That's fine. I guess I just have to root for myself from here on out. It's noted. I've been y'all's fans from the get start. And I'm just forgotten. Left to the side in the sewers. Yonch, 15,000 points. I'll root for you no matter what, and I know you'll win. Yeah, Spoops. Zips, you were behind, but in response to that's cool you sampled, a buddy was a second party reviewer publisher, so we got content early and we would play. Oh, that's so cool. I would love to be in a playtest group. That's super fun. Nugget, it's 2 a.m. I should be asleep. I feel that 100%. Well, thank you so much for choosing us for your insomnia relaxation. Hopefully you get some sleep, or at least my voice can lull you and bore you to sleep. But it's good to have you though. Oh, Marky versus Pip. The duel's beginning. You're my Lord of the Rings buddy forever. Now that's something special. There you go. Storyteller, Hyperborea is a hack of Advanced D&D 1E, written by Jeffrey Delaney. I don't even know. I'm not gonna butcher that. It's heavily influenced by Robert Howard's H.P. Lovecraft. There are 26 character classes. Holy moly, that's a lot. That's cool though. Actually, sounds really fun. I'll have to look into it. Bit more like the partnership, I should say. Excuse me. Oh, you guys are funny. I'm just saying I should be sleeping. Yeah, I get that. I was up till 7 a.m., so I totally feel that. Partnership is better than fellowship. Oh, Marky, Bardic who? Oh, ouch. You only know Trollic dice. This hurts, guys. I'm being turned by my own chat. I voted for you except for the last one. Every time counts. Hey, Mark was abandoned. You know, I had to spread out the love a little bit, and also I wanted my points back.
They're not yet removed.
Again, I'm just wandering around trying to find a campaign I could join. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, definitely. You know, I wish I had more room for people in our campaigns, but yeah, I mean, we have a Discord here if you want to jump in that. There's always some people that are looking for players, trying to fill up their tables and brand new games and things like that. Spoopy, we must have blind faith. All praise to the Pip. I haven't heard reference of Hyperborea in forever. Blind faith wins every time. You know, most of the time. Except in Mario Kart when you gotta watch. But, you know. If I spent all my points making NPC names in Witchlight last time. Yeah, he really did. That was quite a few names. What was it in the Frog Town, right? Yeah, I think you named a lot of them there. Start to edit familiar. I've been playing since 1981. Oh wow, cool. Starting with 1E. I predate most of the modules that have been published. I just never played in them. Oh, that's so cool. My DM wrote all of his own adventures, and so do I. I've never GM'd an adventure written by anyone but myself. Nice, nice. Yeah, I was gonna say there's a lot of homebrew people here. So yeah, that's why I was kind of interested, just kind of like what modules and kind of if there were inspirations for that, or if people have always just kind of been in homebrew or not. Spoopy, no sleep club in every time zone over here. We're an international group. You know, we like to bring the outreach. I went down like 110,000K for it. Yeah, Sips, that was like a heavy investment. Odds are ever in our favor. It really was worth it though. It was that was a fun episode. Pip, I just did the Mockingjay whistle in my head. Wow. You guys are on the same page already. Storyteller, I backed the 3rd edition to Kickstarter. I'll have the book in my hands in about 6 weeks. Ooh, fun. Mark, I want no one to vote for me and then take everyone's points. Steve, what's up? Let's go. How are you doing, buddy? Look at you rocking in there. How you doing? Hey, welcome back, Yoda. Says post a link to the Kickstarter. Yeah, feel free to post a link in here. I know it's finished, but I want to look at it. Would love to see. Gotta look for a little while, so I leave you with anarchy. Yeah, this is quite anarchy right now, 100%. Sip Master, you don't have to do that, but thank you so much for the gift sub, buddy. Super nice of you. Appreciate it. Little hype train, I guess. You guys are wild. Oh my god, I love that emote, you know? Just was that from Ventures Pack? That's awesome. That wow has so much judgment, Mike. Hey, I'm just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Wow. Oh, okay. So it's about 8 o'clock. Let's go ahead and at least introduce this a bit. Sip, thank you so much for the other sub. I appreciate it. Bardic, I want to send you a little gift of Rooney. I need some shipping info on the Discord DMS. On the what? Discord DM. I'm not sure if I follow that one. Can I post a link in the Yeah, go ahead. Feel free to post a link there. Oh, we're in the middle of the villain arc for sure. Yeah. It was a long lost one. Oh, direct messages. Womp womp. Yeah, I knew that. Shipping info on the Discord though? I'm confused. I had to give it out to someone making a deep reference. I'm so confused though what that means shipping in a direct message though. How do you get shipping info on a Discord? I feel like I'm lost on something. That's a cool Kickstarter though. Oh, just send him my address. I don't know if it's your company giving you. Oh yeah. No, I'll send you my address in the Discord if you want. That's fine. But it's not the Discord's address. Well, I'm just saying he said Discord, not my address. That's two different things. But I get it. In the Discord DMs. I got you now. I just thought I got confused. Enjoy dinner. I'll give out Bardic address to anyone who asks in the next 2 seconds. I mean, to be fair, whatever. Toll is closed. Let me send you a freaking mini. You guys are hilarious. I love it. Hey, I mean, the Discord has to have a home too. That's right. Oh my god, you guys are wild. All right, so real quick, we're going ahead and I want to move on to the next section every time you guys gift a sub. Thank you, Amara, for gifting subs. Goodness gracious. Amara, you don't have to do that, girl. But thank you so much. You're already in the game. You don't have to bribe me to get a seat at the table. But thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. You guys are crazy. Crazy, I tell you. Thank you, Sips. Amara, Steve, Nugget for the follow, Marky for the resubscribe, Smite coming in. You guys are amazing. Also, Story Wolf, thank you so much for the follow from earlier. Appreciate all you guys coming in. Cringe, wait, we can bribe Mike for seats on the table? I mean, you can bribe me. It's not gonna work, but you're more than happy to bribe me all you want. Christopher Walken, is that you trying to do a stream here? Steve, don't you try and slow our support. Oh, you guys are so nice. Amara, you let my husband play in your game. It's a thank you. Oh, I appreciate that, Amara. No, I always love getting a husband and wives to play too. It's really fun. Deeds, wait, does that mean you have to bribe him to be my friend? Oh, no, man. I already liked you before. Totally, man. It wasn't because of the bribes. What are you talking about? So yeah, you guys believe me, right? That's a deception check. I love you guys. Oh, you guys are crazy. Steve, nah, we bribed him so he gives us his address so we can set up physical price. Oh, you're so crazy. That's silly. Nugget, I would bribe you with my kindness. See, I appreciate people's kindness and just being here in the chat over everything. So thank you. Sip, if it all took was shoveling Bonnie Mikey's way, I'd be an all scam. See, as you can see, no corruption here. I am incorrupt, uncorruptible. Omar, crap busted. Steve, I liked you before the monies. Yeah, Steve, you tell him. Cringe. I mean, having myself a table would ultimately benefit the whole of the group. So there's that. Hey, there you go. That's, hey, you know, you got to put yourself out there. You got to asset yourself for it. I kid. Yeah, no, I definitely have some plans for like because we're doing campaigns that are a little shorter. I definitely want to do some like in between games as well. So like we had our one shots with the guest stars, and I was thinking about maybe going through like the Days of Blights games. I thought those were really fun. Maybe some smaller adventures in between some of these campaigns. I definitely want to get more people involved, you know, people that have been in the chat for a while, get some new faces that have been in the chat or around the Discord, get a chance to get them on stream. I think it'd be really fun. Secret vibes in the Discord DMSs. Since I don't know what they are. Yono bribe with either lore making or art or help with traumatizing players. I like that. Traumatizing players, that one will fly. So lobbies, are we lobbying Mike? I guess so. This apparently is the Let's Lobby Bardicdice hour, I guess. The link is expired. Well, I'll get that updated then. Let me go ahead and get a brand new linky. If it is expired, go ahead and try this link for the Discord. That should work. That's weird. It worked for Nugget. Anyways, there you go. I'd love to join if you got a seat. It'll be all up to scheduling at the point. Yeah, definitely. I'll definitely reach out to you. I think what we'll do is, because there's so many people too, when we have open seats, we'll probably put in like a lottery system. Reach out to people, make sure their Discord works, they have internet, it's good enough for video, and then kind of do like a lottery system. That way we're a little more fair to people, I think would be the idea. Yeah, we'll see. What's the exchange rate of D&D trauma? I could use the cash ship. I love it. Spoops, I unfortunately cannot move my support from HU, so no lobbying for me. Wow, Spoops. Wow, you know, just saying. You came in through me off of our Vox Machina, so where's the support for Bardicdice? I mean, wow, I've been replaced. I get it. The loyalties shift. I call corruption. I call collusion happening behind the scenes there. I'd say Pip must have sent something behind the scenes. Cringe, probably just short a game since I'm doing a totally homebrew world, and that's a lot. Yeah, homebrews are a lot, man. My Thursday games take a lot of effort there, so I feel that. I'd hit you up on that, but I'm afraid of what chat could do to me if I traumatize the deck any further. I mean, seriously. Storyteller shorter. Our World of Darkness game has been running since 2017. We expect it to end sometime in the middle 2030s. Yes, I love it. That's so much fun, dude. That's so cool that you have players stay invested that long too. I think that's hard to stay invested that long, but that's really cool. That's like a long time. Nugget, on the command it's not expired. It was only on the image. Ah, I gotcha. Yeah, I should probably get that updated. Yono, but think about the drama. See if Deeds walks into Mike's office, opens suitcase. It is all the Twitch bits. So, do we have a dude? Deeds, where do you hide the camera? I mean, look, if we deny it, it's not true. Yono, I mean, you're right, but the fears really. I love it. Thank you guys so much for the hype train. You guys are so nice. Crazy. Aaron Melandry, what's up, buddy? How you doing today? I'm trying to get caught up in chat so we can get to our NPC creation. Fake news. I mean, we could throw him in a bone first so chat is back on your side, then tear it all away. See, Yona? That's the way to go. You reel him in, and then you slice him in the gut with a dagger. Spoopy, but I only have one. I get it. Calling me out for joining your stream first. Yeah, I am. I claim you as my Critical Role fan. You and I freak out every week. I thought we had something, Spook. I thought we had something. I love you guys so much. Deeds, dang, camera technology's come a long way. I'm gonna have to bust out the microscope and everything now. Oh, I love you guys so much. I love the chaos and absurdity of our chats. I love you guys. That being said, so before I get carried away again, let's go ahead and get started with this NPC creation. So as you guys know, we're going to be doing the road to Call of the Netherdeep. So starting in July, we'll be starting our brand new campaign, the Critical Role's Netherdeep, and we'll go ahead and start our interview with our first player, Greg, here in about 15 minutes or so. But I also wanted to get you guys involved to help create a NPC. So before doing that though, why don't we go ahead and get refreshed with the trailer for Call of the Netherdeep, because I'm super excited about it. Let me go ahead and turn the music off so you don't have to worry about that. But coming in July, starting on the Bardicdice channel, Call of the Netherdeep. Yeah, so excited. Oh, thank you guys so much. So, we will be doing Critical Role's Call of the Netherdeep. We'll be interviewing Greg here in a bit, but I was thinking, so our 4 adventurers will have a patron behind them, someone that sends them on the adventure, and kind of brings them together as the adventuring group. Because, so the campaign actually starts at level 3. We are going to go back and watch our party really get to know each other from 1 through 3 with a starting adventure. It's not going to be as long as Fates United, don't worry. But just a couple sessions, and we'll have some guest stars join us for that starting adventure as well. I'm super excited to see what you guys are going to do about that. But that being said, I also want to create this patron with you. So, this is what I got so far. Super exciting. Oh, it's not gonna zoom in on that. That's okay. So in some of the story concept art on Roll20 that the Call of the Netherdeep had different people of Ank'Harel. So that being said, this NPC is going to be from Ank'Harel, which is one of the locations within here. And if you want, we can actually kind of go into Ank'Harel so you get a feel for the area. So what the characters know, I think it would be... It's not this one, is it? Let me find it so we can kind of talk about it. Alright, here you go. So, Ank'Harel. Ank'Harel is one of the major cities in Wildemount, in Critical Role. So, located thousands of miles from Wildemount. Sorry, yeah, nearby, whatever. While it's from Wildemount, Ank'Harel is vibrant and alive, a sharp contrast to the war-scarred land the characters have left behind. Instead of the grim towers of besieged houses of Bazazan, the characters now find themselves in a realm of sprawling roads and towering structures, humming with life, all surrounded by the golden dunes of the Marquesian Desert. Ank'Harel is a bustling metropolis, and the characters will find no shortage of opportunities for adventure within its walls. So, Ank'Harel is super fun because it's kind of like a big oasis in a desert, a large metropolis. So it's got a whole bunch of different characters in it. And I want to get your thoughts on NPCs here. So first poll will be what... I have these 4 arts that I want to take from the story. So we have these 2, which is going to be... This is 1. And this will be choice number 2. And I got some, you know, some shady ruffians, maybe like... if they're part of a class or some different factions, or maybe they're just starting on their own and trying to make a name of themselves. So a little bit younger. And then we also had a little bit more established erudite styles. So we kind of have number 3 here and number 4. I kind of like number 4 has a lot of character to it, but you know, we'll see. So I definitely want to see what you guys think for the character and what you guys have to say. So let me jump in chat and then we'll kind of do a poll for that. Could my bride be a mini of this new NPC? That'd be cool. Or if you don't want the mini, I can offer you Dushnaxies. Ron, the trailer's amazing. Oh, thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Aaron is already well on his way to a villain arc. Patron Gorndwolf, the dumpster wizard. There you go. That could happen. Send me the image. I must hear forged to see a patron, alright? Yeah, that's what we're voting on.
Wasn't it?
Character history, work closely with the Meat Man. I love that. Yeah, I was actually kind of thinking there's definitely going to be potential Meat Man spice stuff. I don't want to direct it too directly for those that haven't seen it, but for some of you guys that might not know, the Meat Man was a spice drug dealer in Ankara, so there's definitely potential ties in with that. So yeah, I don't want to ostracize people that haven't seen Critical Role. So yeah, I don't mind the connection, but I don't want to make it over the top. Specifically the Doc Barbarian PC, I can't remember his name. Yeah, Lionel. Yeah, Lionel is the best. I was blanking so hard on his name. Made Grog so mad. He did. I'm not good at name calling. That's all right. We're gonna go ahead and vote on it. Number 2 gives me Spike Spiegel vibes. It has my vote. Oh, there we go. Oh, he's not just the Meat Man, but no spoilers. Yeah, true. Dang, now that you mention it. So let's go ahead and get the poll going, and then we'll kind of do some polls throughout the night as well to continue working on this NPC. All right, so we have NPC art 1. Wait, is it gonna allow me to do 4? I think it does, right? I've never really done these before. Yeah, cool. And then NPC art 4. Which art should we use for our patron NPC? I will go and make this 2 minutes long. Why not? And you guys can go ahead and vote to choose which artwork we will make official for our token for that character on the maps and stuff like that. Number 4 is a close second, but number 1 is a wonderfully troubled looking lad. I'm saying, right? We got some good choices here. A 1-1, what is going on? Let's get them spiking this ish. Number 3, pick number 3, my lord. Look at that, we got some. Oh, I didn't mean to do it with the points. My bad. Did I do that wrong? I did that wrong. I just wanted a poll. Yeah, I did the wrong one, didn't I? Can I cancel it? Yeah, we're gonna delete this. My bad. Take your points back. Save your points. We're gonna do a poll. I did that wrong. Which patron NPC art should we use? I don't know how to use this. All right, NPC art 1. Art 2.
But if he doesn't want me, then I don't want him. It's fine.
All right. All right. I will make it a minute since you guys have already started to see some of these. Let's try that again. Cool, so you guys got 1 minute to vote for this. You get a chance to vote. So this is 1 right here. This is 2. 3 is this one, and this is number 4. I just realized you can't see me do that, can you? I'll use my cursor. So this is 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4. And then we'll kind of decide what race they are, what names they have. We'll kind of go into that. It'll be a lot of fun. New streamer, who dis? Yeah, not me. Yeah, we're bidding? Give me all your points. I want them all. Wow, we got a 3-way tie going on. Goodness gracious. All right. Well, okay. So that didn't work. I mean, maybe I kind of like that idea. What if we go with do you guys want to do a do you guys want to roll the die, or how about this? What if there's 3 NPCs that all make up the patron? It could be like a 3-part seat at this new kind of adventuring guild that they wanted to get behind. What do you guys think? Are we gonna roll, or do you want a 3-person NPC? So like maybe maybe this could be like their main patron, and these will be like the people that are running the guild or something. Yep. Well, I guess we're making 3 patrons, right? My good sir, you don't even have to pay me to do this job for you. I love it. The triune of misfits. I like it. Just let me know when we need a deep lore. Make them all hate each other. That'd be interesting. So as long as you make them easily manipulated, I'm good. I have an idea. I kind of have an idea. Yes, they all work together but have major distaste for one each other. Man, you guys are hardcore. You guys want a lot of drama and mistrust. Oh, but please know I'll actually personally fall in love with number 1. So I kind of like the idea of having these be like their main outreach in the city. And then this could be like their financial backer. That took them in, and yeah, maybe there's a little back and forth. You guys are so funny. I love it. But we need that one peacemaker who's just so done with their drama. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I was thinking. Like maybe the 2 could be like vying for control, but she's just like the, you know, no nonsense one. We've watched Crit Roll. Come on. Oh, trust me, you'll get drama. You'll get drama. I just maybe not from this patron. I assure you there'll be plenty of drama in this game. Glasses guy runs the higher up, Spike runs the ruffians, and Crop Top is there to balance them out. Yeah, I like that a lot. I like that a lot, actually. I think it'd be really fun. They could have their hands in a lot of stuff. Alright. So we'll go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick break. And then now that we've decided we'll use all 3, why don't you guys think of names for this group? What kind of guild is it? Is it a, you know, a kind of scrappy guild trying to make its name? Are they associated with like a library or politics? Are they associated with a guild? Why would why does this patron want to get these adventurers to come in? So, yeah, that'll be the next thing we think about. So thank you guys so much. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick break, and then we're gonna go ahead and bring in Greg and continue to talk about these NPCs in the middle of interviewing Greg, or so you get to know him as a player, kind of going forward. So that being said, go ahead and continue discussing your ideas, and then we'll come back and see what you guys have to say after the break. Awesome. Love you guys. Be right back.
I appreciate it. Oh, Mike, you're muted apparently.
Hey, we're back with the professional stream.
There we go.
Me unmuting the wrong stuff. There we go.
Fact.
Shut up, phone. My
Oh,
phone's talking
still
to me.
maybe muted? I don't know.
I think we're good.
Okay.
We're good now. Can you hear me? We should be fine now.
Standing above us,
At least according to OBS.
Maybe.
gurgling up the front.
Can you hear me now? We'll see if anyone can hear us. Yep. Okay. Cool. Cool.
Okay, we got one yes. That's good enough.
That's good enough for me. We'll go with it.
All right.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Shush, Sips. What? All right. But thank you guys so much for the break. We decided our NPCs, so we'll, since you guys could not decide on one, we'll go with a 3-person little head of this adventuring guild. We were talking about kind of like the idea of like, you guys said kind of like that ruffian underground group, maybe trying to go like legit for the first time, and like this is like the first adventuring group that they get behind. I think could be some fun. So yeah, we'll come back to that and get some ideas. But as you guys see, we're doing called the Netherdeep here in July, and I wanted to go ahead and do something different. I wanted to get a chance to have you guys actually get to know our players, the players themselves, not just the character that they're playing, but get to, you know, dig a little deeper into who you are, what you're all about, kind of your background, where the bow tie's from. So welcome so much to Bardicdice. I'm so happy to have you and Amara be a part of Call the Netherdeep. Want to go ahead and introduce yourself for anyone that doesn't know?
Sure. I am, well, on Discord, I'm Good Deeds, but Greg's my actual name. I honestly, you can call me whatever, it doesn't really matter. You will probably most likely know me as Amara's husband. And that's about it, because I usually just lurk. I pop in occasionally during like really important debates, like is what was it? Is a hot dog a taco? That kind of stuff.
Very important. Yep. Is cereal a soup?
Very like life changing. Yep. Cereal soup.
That was a big
Another
one. That was a
solid
big
one.
Yep. Yep.
But yeah, no, I've been in I think a couple of games with you before.
Yeah, you came into the Fates one shot.
Yep,
we had
the
a
Fates
chance
one
to
shot, and
meet
then
in person at GaryCon.
Yeah, exactly. I was just gonna say that one was so much fun, and you got to meet my character.
I got to meet your character, which is so much fun. I was like, you have to play this character in the game. So we're not gonna go into too many spoilers. We've already announced the name. So if you want to do name and race, you can. We do have a few questions about the character later too. But sure. I would like you to kind of keep some of that as a spoiler for when we actually get into the game, because tonight's about you, not about your character. But who are you gonna play in Netherdeep?
I will be playing Tesseric, the gnome, the really fun gnome.
Yes.
I'll leave it at that.
Quite fun. Yeah, if you guys like drama and people going after each other, trust me, you will want to watch Greg play. So
it'll be a good one.
So before we get started, then I have to know, where did that bow tie come from?
Well, I work a very boring job at a bank, but I pretty much wear bow ties, not every day because I'm lazy sometimes, but a good chunk of them anyway. So it's kind of like a personal brand, I guess, in a way.
You know, that's so funny because I actually, when I used to do youth group, that was kind of my thing as well, to kind of stand out. Not that I liked them that much, but it's just like, just to be different. I'm the bow tie guy, right? You know?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Rather than like, plain old boring ties. Exactly. No, throwing a bow tie, everybody just remembers it.
I love that so much. That's super fun. So are you going to be wearing a bow tie for the campaign? Are you gonna commit to that
possibly.
here?
Oh god, yeah. You know what? I'll wear it for the
Wow,
campaign. Just
okay,
for you,
okay. You know, Sam Regal, who's part of the Critical Role team, actually wears a different shirt every game as well. Are you gonna go for a different bow tie every episode?
I do have a collection. I'll have to reteach myself how to tie one. I was lazy today. This is like a little clip-on
That's
one,
fine,
but
that's fine. I'll count.
I should be able to
clip-ons.
get through a few.
And you know, chat could more than happy send you some crazy bow ties to wear too. I think that'd be.
Feel free, guys.
I think it'd be pretty cool. Hey, did you guys see that bow tie stream? I don't know what they're playing, but the guy's wearing a bow tie every week. It's kind of cool.
That's all it takes.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much for joining. I know you are our first guest for this. I've never done this before, but anyone that's kind of been around, you guys know that I love to get to know people. It's not just about the stream. It's not about the money or the fame or anything like that. It's literally about just sitting around the table playing D&D and streaming with friends, right? So,
I mean, I'm here for the fame.
well, you know, most of the time, that's not what you say on stream. That's
Oh,
that's
okay.
what we
Sorry.
talk about.
No,
Remember
I'm
the
just
lobbying?
here to say like salt of the earth.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know.
We swim in the gold just like Scrooge, you know, afterwards. But on stream, we're very humble, and you know, we have to show the kindness.
Yes, of course.
Of course. The peasants must not see inside. But I actually got this idea, and so I'm definitely not going to take any credit for this, but this is based on Critical Roles Between the Sheets. Brian Foster went ahead and did 2 seasons of this, where he actually interviewed all the Critical Role staff and some of the guest players as well. And actually, I think that's why I love Critical Role so much, is the Fireside Chat by Matt Mercer, and then the Between the Sheets, where I actually got to know who they are as people. And made me like just so much even more endeared than just their characters. So that's my idea for this, and kind of why I want to bring it out and see if you guys like it, if you want to see more of this going forward. So 5QRL, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you joining in, and I know Amara gifted your sub, so welcome on being a part of this. I refuse to sew him a new bow tie every week. Amara, come on, don't be hating on her.
She'll do it.
And as you all know, yes, like you said before, Amara and Greg are husband and wife, so it's super fun. I mean, you guys are the 3rd husband and wife duo that we have on this channel. We have Rachel and Mark, we have Dee and John, and now we have you guys. So it's I think it's super cool to bring duos out on streaming. Guild Quest is another husband and wife duo that, like, you know, that I used to kind of stream with a lot. So I don't know, I just think it's actually so cool to give you guys a chance to play together and stuff like that. So question of the day, are you excited to play with her, or is this like, oh, fine, I guess I'll do it just to be on, you know, to be in the game?
I honestly love playing with Megan. It's it's one of the things that we have always enjoyed together, and yeah, I absolutely love it. We get each other really well with that.
Sorry,
so.
Megan and Greg. I will constantly do this.
It's
officially Amara and Greg, not Megan and Dee. I don't know how it's turned into that. I will have the hardest time remembering Megan. So I'll work on it. Well, perfect. So yeah, kind of let's get into it then. So kind of how I want to do this is kind of like, let's take away the D&D part. I want to get to know you, Greg, first. What was life for you growing up? What was the situation? Like, you know, do you have brothers and sisters? Kind of like, how were you moving around? Like, just, you know, I don't want you to, you know, bring up all the trauma, but you know, just kind of just a little bit of like a background about you.
But all I am is D&D.
Right. I'm only
That
Dice.
is my entire personality. No, so yeah, it's I lived honestly a very I guess kind of boring life, and I like it that way. We didn't really move around. I've lived in the same town pretty much my entire life.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I've got very, very loving, supportive parents. I have one younger sister. She plays along with us. I drive her nuts, and she does the same. But yeah, no, it's yeah, I love my life, and it's not a bad place to be.
That's actually super cool. So I've also been born and raised in the same city my whole life. But mine's the opposite. I have an older sister, so I'm the younger one of the two.
Oh,
So yeah, we're
okay.
actually pretty similar in that way. That's really cool. So what about your exposure to gaming kind of growing up with your family? Is that something that you shared with them? Is that something that is like your thing and not their thing?
Actually, I think, how do I put this? I would say my mom is actually the person that got me into gaming.
Really? Oh, that's so cool.
I honestly, I think she was born in the wrong generation for it, really.
What
Yeah,
kind of
like
stuff
it
did she
started
do?
with, it started with her getting us a Odyssey, which is like a knockoff Atari.
Okay.
I guess would be the best way to put it.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it's pretty old. Doesn't really hold up. The graphics are not the best anymore, but it was a lot of fun. And yeah, like I said, they've been super supportive my entire life. Like every time a new console came out, we weren't like rich or anything, but like they always scrimped and saved enough to try to keep up with the latest console and that kind of stuff because they knew it was important to me.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. How
And it
old
was
were you when you
never.
first started gaming then? Was it like video games that you started with?
Yeah, it was video games that I first started with, like maybe, God, probably like 3 years old. I started.
Nice.
It was pretty young, and yeah, I'm old. I see all the boomer energy chat
Big
messages
boomer
there.
energy.
You're not wrong.
Odyssey, what? Is that before or after the PS2?
But yeah, no, I started very, very young. Same thing with tabletop games as well, like board games and that kind of stuff. Not really the RPG stuff until later, but yeah, no, I always video games was a huge start and still is that way.
Nice. What was your all-time favorite video game as a kid then?
Ooh. Okay, a lot of people ask me this, and nobody ever knows the game. It's called Ogre Battle 64. It is the best game. Still holds up today because it wasn't based on graphics, and it's a real-time strategy game in a really weird way. So much fun.
Well, now I want to look it up. That actually sounds really fun.
Oh, I absolutely love it. Like I still like downloaded an emulator to play it on my computer. Like it's so good.
That's so fun. That's cool. Yeah, my parents were kind of the same, except I didn't start gaming. I started kind of like with sports first. But they always like my dad was kind of like the TV game guy, so like we had a Super Nintendo. We like that was the first one we got into. So we always had like a family like Super Mario and the Duck Blast and all that kind of stuff. That's so cool. Actually, I didn't get into it till Madden. I started with some friends, so that's actually really cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I started a little later than that. I actually had someone steal a PS2 from inside our house. And then we got it back because we put a wanted poster. My dad's like, if someone showed up on a PS2, look up for this serial number. This is ours. And we're like in like one of those neighborhoods where the parents like drags them back by the ear and like, you know, tell Jimmy you're sorry. I was like,
oh my god, okay. That's amazing.
I mean, like it was funny. I think my dad was like more worried than I was. Like, all right, I'll just go outside and play. He's like, no, like this is your PS2. And I'm like, okay.
It's the principle of the matter.
Right? Yeah. Oh, that's so cool though. That's really fun. What was your favorite kind of like console then? Because you said you kind of shifted to like board games and stuff as well. But did you play as a family with board games or with friends more often?
So when I was younger,
like
pretty much just family. Yeah, no. When I was a kid, pretty much just family. And then as I got older, it like kind of fell by the wayside until in high school. I actually had a history teacher who invited me and a couple of my friends to play a game called Axis and Allies, which is like Risk on steroids.
I love that game.
Love that game. Yeah, we played every Thursday for like 3 hours after school. It was fantastic. So it was that one was kind of cool because it was like a really small thing. He didn't have to do it or anything like that, but it kind of made me feel like even while I got older, people would still like this stuff. So I didn't have to feel like weird about it or like nerdy or that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you kind of already felt like comfortable into that realm. That's neat.
Exactly.
So Sips definitely looked like he recognized Ogre Battle 64. So
yes.
I think I'll tie this into later, but did Ogre Battle 64 influence you in your TTRPG world? Let's put it that way.
You know, if I think about it, probably. There was a really, the thing I loved about that game was there was a really robust class system.
Oh,
And there was a bunch of different things you needed to do to like advance your characters and all that kind of stuff. And it was just like one thing after another, but it kind of gave me an idea, I guess, of like little thought of characters. Like you could have the Dragoon or the Lich or like all that kind of stuff. And like, bringing that into not necessarily my like PC characters, but my NPCs, absolutely, it definitely has an impact on D&D for me that way.
And not getting to spoilers for your current character, but we've seen, especially on Sip's channel, you do like to play some eccentric characters.
Yeah, a little bit.
Do you think that played into like that idea of kind of, because I do this a lot too, where you take like the base classes and you're like, how can I put a twist on this? How can I play this differently than other people? Is that from your early on gaming stuff, or like where does that come from? I know I'm skipping a little forward, but
No, probably my, like, you can ask Megan anytime. My favorite thing to do in a game is
you mean Amara?
not.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
right.
yeah, Amara. Sorry, Amara. Yeah,
Jeez,
let me correct myself. But like, yeah, my favorite thing to do in almost any game is to not play it as intended. So if I can do that, like that's been a staple of me like from the beginning, basically.
I love that. I love it. That's so cool. What's well, there's a question about that later then. So awesome. Well, last question about life ones, unless chat, you guys as well, if you guys want to ask any questions about like, you know, background of gaming or some life questions for Greg as well, please feel free to pop them in the chat. But what other hobbies do you have outside of D&D or TTRPGs besides bow tie and selections?
Besides bow ties and video games, honestly, not a huge amount. I mean, we do occasionally make dice.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Me and Amara. Occasionally, we are still waiting on some things to get up and going for that. But yeah, that's eventually going to be probably a pretty good hobby.
There we go, Amara. Who's your favorite wife, Amara or Megan?
Oh, totally Amara.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
She's way more chill.
I can't wait for that one to.
I can hear her typing now.
Did you want to announce the name of your channel / dice making name, or is that still on the low wraps? I know you
no,
guys...
sure. It's I think I can. I'm gonna do it anyways, and Megan can tell me off. Sorry, Amara can tell me off afterwards. Yeah, she's here too.
Hi, Megan.
I don't know if you can see the hand. Our Twitch name is Arcane Sundries. I don't think we have much else set up quite yet, but as we do, we'll post it in the Discord and bring it up as we get closer to being up and running and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah, so definitely go check them on Twitter and Twitch and all their social medias, because they make dice. They made me dice, and it actually rolls really well for me. So yeah,
that's worrying.
Super glorious dice. I love it. Perfect. Well, yes, I'm sure we're excited. Awesome. Well, then going about into D&D, then I know you talked a little bit about the Axis and Allies, but what other what was your first intro into like either D&D or TTRPGs, or even like RPGs? Because I guess you said you played a lot of board games, so kind of how did that transition into more of a TTRPG one? And was it 5e or was it something else?
So for no, I think I gotcha. So for TTRPGs, it's I've branched out a little bit since I started playing, but my intro to it was definitely 5e.
Okay.
And it all kind of started when I saw a YouTube video called, I think it was like D&Diesel. They had like Vin Diesel.
That's
on
what
with
I
the
started
purple robe.
too.
Yeah.
We're like twins. What's happening right now? That's so crazy.
So like, I remember seeing that, and as soon as I watched the whole thing, I was like, Megan, I don't know if this is gonna be up your alley, but I need you to watch this. And then it just kind of like, we kept on bringing it up, and it was we eventually got like a group of people together, and Yeah, it was a lot of fun. From there, like knowing absolutely nothing about D&D, I ended up running a 12-person Minds of Fendelver game.
Oh my god. Wow. Actually, you probably need 12 people to like survive through that first encounter, Fendelver.
Yeah,
anyway.
I mean, yeah, them goblins, dude.
That's insane. Yeah. I like me and Jason. That's how we got into it as well. Because we're like, oh, Vin Diesel likes this. We can get into this. And then that's what got us into Critical Role, and then slowly wanted us to play 5e. But that's so cool. That's crazy. It's so neat. Oh, I mean I feel like that series had such an outreach to people because it showed them an actor, and I think like that really broke through that like realm of, well, that's a whole nother realm that like almost intimidates me. And it's like I've always wanted to be a part of it, but I was like, I don't know, there's just a lot there, and I don't know if I want to jump into that realm. Like, how was that with you? What was your mindset of Dungeons and Dragons before that growing up? Because you said you played board games and all that, but then just like me, it sounded like it took a while for you to actually jump into the TTRPG side of it.
Yeah, honestly, all throughout, like growing up and that kind of stuff, I knew about D&D. I had heard of it and all that kind of stuff. I had a couple of, I guess, more acquaintances in high school that played it. That I never really hung out with too much. So it was, the closest thing was just video games and that kind of thing. And as soon as I saw the D&Diesel kind of thing, I was like, yeah, this seems like it could be right up my alley. So that's so fun.
So it's just more of a back burner thing. Just never really had a chance to it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, honestly, that's exactly it. And that was the same with all my friends. That's why it worked out so well. Once we started talking, we were like, yeah, I've heard about it. I've always been interested, but I've never had a group to play with. And like everybody kind of had the same rationale behind it. So it was great getting a bunch of people together. And yeah, it would kind of never looked back from there. So
this gets me every time when I think about it, especially when I start thinking back. Is it weird that you're about to be on a streamed D&D game? Like, from where you were when you first were like, yeah, sure, I'll try this out, to like now thinking how far like you've come and gotten into this realm of it, like.
Yes.
Is that so weird?
It throws me off. I mean, honestly, I probably wouldn't have even, it wouldn't have been an option if it wasn't for Megan being a little bit more extroverted than I am and making friends and all that kind of stuff. But so I appreciate her role in making that happen. No, it's not something I would ever have thought I'd be able to do. So I'm super stoked for it.
Oh, that's so exciting. Oh, that's fun. What other kind of TTRPGs have you played? Do you have any exposure to anything outside of 5e, even within Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, I've got a little bit. I've played in a couple homebrew games that were a lot of fun. Like we have a friend who came up with his own system just using D6s. It was like a very kind of stripped down version of it that was really, really cool. I think I played like one session of a Savage Worlds game, and then the game kind of fell apart. And I don't know what. 10 candles! 10 candles!
Oh, we don't count
How could
that.
I forget about that?
Oh,
yeah, no, totally not a thing. Yeah.
We shouldn't even bring it up. Why give it its attention?
It's too spooky.
Yeah. No, just kidding. I'm sure Megan will definitely talk about 10 candles. For sure,
absolutely. She better. It's such a fun game.
It is. I actually was very surprised. I know I was very nervous going into it. So for any of you guys that don't know, we did play 10 candles. Megan ran it at our GaryCon when we met in person. At night with all the lights off, and your boy didn't sleep for a while that night, so
yup.
Yeah, I slept in that next day.
Oh man, I slept like a baby. It was great.
I love it. Do you want to talk about 10 candles? Do you want to leave that for Megan for next week?
I'll leave that one for Megan, actually. She's run it a couple times as well. She does a great job with explaining it, so I'll leave that one to her.
So that kind of blends into the next question then. So what's your favorite thing to do in D&D? And kind of a little broad. I know like there's like the role play, combat, exploration sides of it, or just, maybe if you have a different aspect to D&D that you come to. But also with 10 Candles, how is I'll follow up with that question after. So what's your favorite thing to do in D&D? You can tell I'm like thinking of new questions as I'm asking it. Yeah. What's your social security number? Ready, go.
Yeah. No problem. I mean, favorite thing to do in D&D is just I like coming up with creative applications, I guess, of it. Like whether that's like a very different character, like I'm very well known for my geriatrics. That is one of the things. But like even just looking at like weird mechanics,
I do want to ask about
or
that. Where that comes from and why you play such old characters.
I think it's because I'm an old man at heart. I wake up with aches and pains. I don't like youngins on my lawn. Like it's yeah, I don't really know where it comes from.
So is that the bleed-in of yourself, or is that just because no one ever plays older characters?
Honestly, I think it's mostly because nobody ever plays the old guys.
Okay.
You occasionally get like the old wizard Gandalf-y with a beard dude, but like you don't get those geriatric dragonborn paladins who literally escaped from the nursing home. Like that's just chef's kiss right there.
It is fun. I really love. I love always seeing your characters do that.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I mean, between that and just like using spells that don't get used very often or weapons that don't get used, I know one of my favorite things to do in the Isle of Monsters campaign that I did was using the whip and the net, which
Those are so
you don't see a lot, but they're so fun.
They actually, they actually inspired me. I've been thinking about using a whip as the main character for the next one. That's fun.
Whip it good.
What brought like was that just because everyone else was choosing regular stuff and you're just like, let me just see what else is in here and how to make it exciting and how to be used in the game, or?
Pretty much. Like I'll admit when I first started actually playing, because for the first 2 or 3 years I had only DM'd. My first character was about as min-maxed as you could get.
Right. Yeah.
And it was fun. Don't get me wrong. I loved it, but like he didn't have a lot of depth as a character. He was just like, okay, I do lots of damage, and this is fun. And it was fun.
Everyone's first ever character in D&D. Yeah.
Exactly.
100%.
Yeah. I was just like, yeah, this is fun, but I want a little bit more out of it. So I started reading into it a little bit more and just like, what are these things that you would never think of actually seeing in D&D, and how can I use that? Right. Like I regularly use caltrops, like ball bearings or like that. They're so good.
Like a little Marisha Ray over here. All right.
They're just it spices up the game a little bit too, rather than just like my action I use to attack or like that kind of stuff. It gives you a little bit of variation with your character, and it helps build the character as like an actual like human or elf or whatever they are. Just makes them a little bit more like,
has more depth,
I guess, deep.
Yeah.
Do
you find yourself getting bored with kind of like the shield and sword, like kind of basic, like I'm a human sword?
Nope. Not at all.
It's not a thing where you get bored of the regular classes and you want to do like this crazy stuff. It's just you just kind of want to.
I just find enjoyment. Yeah, okay. I want to try everything. Like I find enjoyment with all of it. I'm gonna be in July doing we have an in-person campaign at like a local game shop. And I'm literally just playing a dwarf barbarian who uses a shield. But it's all in the flavor. He's dumb as a rock. His shield is a literal door that he ripped off the hinges, and he's going to be taking the shield master feat, so that allows like the regular sword and board kind of thing to have extra things that they can do, and it really makes them a lot more interesting.
That's so much fun. I love this. So I wanted to point out Sip's comment. Good luck falling in love with me. I'm more likely to need a full-time assistance nurse. And saying, can't romance me if I need a walker.
Yeah, or I can't hear you.
I love that. I love that. So then following up with 10 candles again. The 10 candles is like almost purely narrative. I know there are some dice, but have you found that has changed how you play D&D or kind of pushed you further on the narrative side? RP side?
Yeah, I would absolutely say so. It's it helps, I think, a lot with the thinking on your feet, like the just being able to improvise and all that kind of stuff, because that whole game is improvisation. And it just makes it so that you have to think on your feet. You have to think of creative ways to get to a solution. And I think it also comes down a lot of the time to the people that you're playing with. Yeah, solution-ish. But yeah, I think it comes down to a lot of the times to the people that you're playing with. Like when we first started, we were all very new. But Megan and I played with another guy who was very in-depth with his characters and went way, way into the backstories and like everything had a reason for being there. And like that made me look a little bit further as well. It just you kind of grow and get more experienced and get I guess better as you go too. So
Like a businessman with a dead body back at home.
Exactly.
Oh, that's so much fun. I've never seen players turn on my characters so quick before.
Yeah, it didn't
I
take
think it was
long.
like having a game where you guys were like okay turning on them instead of being like a D&D one where it's like ugh. We still have to like Ave him. We can't all hate him.
Yeah,
Like...
exactly. We still got to keep him around. He's good DPS. No, it doesn't matter.
So what's something you have never done in Dungeons and Dragons but have always wanted to do? That's an interesting question.
Yeah, that one is that one's a weird one because I'm like, well, there's a bunch of classes that I wanted to play. I'll eventually get to do that. I'm sure I will. One thing that I'm not certain I'll ever get to actually play would be a campaign from 1 to 20. And I think that's like the holy grail for D&D players. If you can do that, you've experienced so much of it, and you get like such an in-depth character.
You don't think
like,
Netherdeep's gonna do
everything
that?
just kind of comes together. I hope it does. I really do. I've been like specifically staying away from spoilers, so I don't know too much about the setting or anything like that. So I'm hoping though that we get to that level 20. That'd be a lot of fun and overwhelming with the amount of spells.
Yeah, the campaign written is to 13 to 14. But I've been mulling over with these backstories, potentially tying in another adventure module to be that last part. So we'll see how that plays out. I'm not quite
This
sure.
is exciting.
But yeah, the door hasn't been closed on level 20, but yeah, I'm also kind of curious to see how Fates will work too, and maybe this might be a good precursor to Fates to allow me to like see how outrageous characters are at level 20 and, you know, trying to give them some sort of challenge, I guess. So, nice.
I think Pip likes that idea.
So what's a pet peeve or thing you dislike to experience in D&D then, whether it's either people at the table or something in the mechanics of the game?
I was gonna ask, because yeah, like in the mechanics, I can usually make things work. We'll either homebrew it or like that kind of stuff, and it's fine. But dice stackers. Dice stackers are the bane of my existence. I get so distracted by it.
So are we talking people that try and roll as many dice as they can on an attack, or do you mean literally like people that stack dice at the table?
Literally the people that make like a giant tower out of dice and like you know it's gonna fall. Yeah. There's no way around it. It's gonna happen. Just like
just your anxiety building the whole time, like. So this is why some of your characters have turned out the way they have. It's the chaos. I get it now.
Yeah.
That's fun. So within the mechanics, there's not too much that bothers you?
Not really. I mean, combat can occasionally be a little bit slow, but I think with more experienced players that a lot of that goes to the wayside because like when you play a little bit more, you kind of have like 5 or 6 things in your head that you want to do, and by the time it gets around to your character, it's narrowed down to 1 or 2 and you go from there. At least that's kind of how I try to do it. So it's a little bit quicker anyways that way.
Nice. That's good to hear. Speaking of combat versus like narrative, then what would you say your ideal game percentage wise would break down? Is it 50-50? Does it lean towards one or the other? Is exploration part of that? Because I know like we've talked about that before, how that's kind of like 3 pillars sometimes, or some people like, I mean, I don't know, like the Lord of the Rings campaign is a lot of exploration versus like the rest of it. So where's your kind of ideal percentage on those?
I would probably say I'd probably do like 40-40-20.
Okay.
I love narrative stuff. I like building up my character and that kind of stuff. Like, there's nothing better than like seeing them kind of evolve in front of you, even when you're playing them.
Yeah.
Combat, I love for different reasons than most people. I don't need to see the big numbers or that kind of stuff. I love the creativity with it. I think that's probably come across. And I do. Yeah, exactly. Or like a throwing whips.
Yeah, I love it.
But yeah, I mean, 20% for exploration, because I do like exploration and finding like little secrets and that kind of stuff that had been hidden in the game. But I've also been in games where it's literally like almost too sandboxy in a way, and they're just like, all right, go.
Yeah.
And there's no direction or anything like that, and you literally have to like, it's like pulling teeth to get the story actually going.
Right,
So.
right. I feel that. I got you. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I think I'd kind of go down that similar split. Depending on, like you said, depending on how the combat works. So yeah, and I'm as a DM, I'm also like writing notes too. I'm like, see, yes, this is why I did interview, because you guys wouldn't give me answers before, and now I'm really getting answers. What do you prefer, DMing or playing?
I think DMing wins out just by like a hair's breadth.
Okay.
Like being able to like, I love having secrets from players. It's like, it's a guilty pleasure. And being able to like do that grand reveal or have something that they completely didn't expect.
Yeah.
I love creating characters, but I can do that with NPCs as well. And I can play a million different characters that way.
Right.
But yeah, like certain things, like in one of my campaigns, the group had to rescue a guy from prison, but the prison was magically dead. So as soon as you entered into that area, none of the magic that like any of the wizards or sorcerers or that kind of stuff used would work. It just fizzled out and they weren't able to do anything.
Oh,
so
dang.
they had to figure out a way to free this guy without just being like, all right, I cast knock.
Right. Yeah. Oh, that's sick. I love that. Well, it kind of goes into the next one. What's your favorite moment in a campaign then, whether you've DM'd or played? Is that part of one of them, or do you have other?
I got probably a couple different favorite moments. More recently, I liked freaking out my DM at the local game shop.
Okay.
So that was fun. He basically I play a very goody two shoes wholesome character in that one.
I don't like it.
And
like
he gave me he gave me a pearl that gave me the flaw of you don't care about other people or something along those lines. Like other people don't factor into your decisions. And he still brings it up like 3 to 4 sessions later. He's like, you just went full sociopath. I don't know how you like flipped the switch that fast. It was terrifying.
Megan's in there like, you've made mistakes today, sir.
Yeah. He was like, you went all in on that. I was like, yeah, that was pretty fun.
That's
casting
awesome.
fireball in a street was just not something I would normally do.
Okay, goody two shoes to fireball in the street. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And it worked.
Hey, it's results matter, man. Results matter. That's super sick. I love it. I like this question too. What's been your favorite character death to witness, whether it's been your own or another PC's?
I'm gonna have to hide from Megan after this one. So it was while I was running our first campaign, and this was after we went into the homebrewing kind of setting. I think she knows. They were doing like a street to street fight with the corrupt town guard that had been purchased by this political faction. And she decided, okay, I'm gonna split from the rest of the party and ambush them and get a little bit of extra damage in. So she climbs on top of this building. She looks down at him and is like, okay, I want to attack. I'm like, okay, go ahead. She looks up and she says something like, oh man, I'm gonna need so many D20s to attack these guys. I'm like, no, you get one attack. She's like, oh no, just the look of terror in her eyes was just great. So she got her one attack, and she took out like one of them, I think. And then she got turned into a hedgehog, fell off of the house just from crossbow bolts, fell off of the house, jumped through a window, and then got chased by the guards, just basically beaten to death. And it was just like a comedy of errors. It was just perfect. They eventually revived her, but
I can hear the typing already.
It was just chaos.
Oh man, so this is your game that you were DMing?
Yes, yeah. This was our first campaign.
Oh man, that's amazing. I can't. So I'm gonna add this question for Megan next week. Please tell us the story
They're beautiful.
and your side of dying as a hedgehog. So tune in next week for the second half of that story, everybody.
Part 2.
Oh man, that's amazing. I love it. Perfect. So kind of pivoting a little bit, unless you have anything else you want to talk about with like D&D or kind of like your exposure on that.
Anxious to get there.
So
I think we covered the most of them, I think.
so pivoting to Netherdeep then. Obviously, I mean, of course, you're excited about Netherdeep, but what are you looking forward to specifically in this campaign? And what's your exposure to Critical Role? Kind of since this is the setting that we're playing in.
I kind of actually got dragged into this. I'm not super excited. Kind of like, nah, you know.
They did have to pay you to do it, you know, those bribes and stuff. Exactly. When I was like looking at, are you excited about Netherdeep? And I'm like, that's such a weird question to ask someone like on my own stream. Like, I'm like, yeah, I guess so. They're like,
you know, take it or leave it.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, actually the seat filled, so.
Oh man, yeah, no, I am super stoked about it. I honestly, I can't wait for it. You can cut out Megan's Q&A if it means that we get to the campaign a little bit quicker.
Yeah,
She's
I think
not
that's fair.
that important,
Yeah.
so. But yeah, like I'm so excited in terms of like exposure to Critical Role. I've seen all of season 1. Like that was one of the first things that I got into for D&D.
Okay.
Season 2, I tried to get into it. I watched the first couple episodes and I couldn't do it. I think I was getting a little bit of burnout for it at that point.
Yeah.
After how everything ended season 1, it was fantastic. I was like, I can't go back to it.
How do you beat this and stay with 4 hours a week?
Exactly. But lately I've been getting back into season 3, and I'm just doing it as like the Spotify podcast kind of thing. And that's been a lot of fun. It's nice getting back and kind of knowing the characters and that kind of stuff. I might honestly do the same with season 2 as well.
Nice.
Just because I feel like there's, based on what I've seen, so many really cool characters in it. So I do want to go back into it.
Nice. Yeah, 1 always seems like the best story, and 2 seems like the best characters from like what I've heard from a lot of people, and that's depending on what you like from D&D. It's interesting.
Yeah.
So what about Call the Netherdeep? What do you have anything specifically you're looking forward to, like in a story, or like just something you want to accomplish as your character in the campaign?
Yeah, absolutely. I am very much so looking forward to the rivalry, or like the other team of people. For multiple different reasons, but but it's really cool to have this driving force behind what your group is doing, whether or not you compete with them or work with them or that kind of stuff. I think it pushes forward the narrative so uniquely, and it's not something that you see a lot with D&D. And the way that you're doing it is just like, it's amazing. With like having other people coming in and actually playing those like rivals, it's fantastic. I love it.
Sorry, my phone just like went off with like 10 like notifications at once. I'm like, half of them were Twitch too. I was like, I'm on Twitch, guys, leave me alone.
I'm here.
That's actually really cool. Yeah, I'm super excited to get into the Rivals. I think the Rivals is such a unique aspect of this campaign that I'm super excited yet very terrified of how you guys are gonna play it, and just like as a DM, there's so many ways it could go and so many branches that like I'm really gonna have to lean on my improv side with the rivals because I'm like, I know you guys are not just 100% like, you're not the Beacon babies. We're like, hey, let's just be friends and all this stuff. But at the same time, you're not like chaos murder hobos. So I'm really curious how it's gonna work. If you guys are gonna break them up, if you're going to, you know, go against them, if you're gonna side with them. It's really, really interesting to me. So this is probably the most I've looked ahead into the campaign and really like, I know you're supposed to read the whole campaign and like I usually read the outline, but this is the most that I've read like encounter by encounter to understand like, all right, when do the rivals come in? How could what you do on day 1 affect chapter 4's, you know, like 5th page or something? So yeah, I'm super excited to see how especially your character's gonna go with this. And you know, I've kind of said it before too with chat, is I'm bringing a lot of backstory into this game, and specifically your character. I mean, every character a lot, but your character I think has an interesting influence on different factions in this game. So I'm super excited to see how you react to it, but also kind of how everyone, how the other players get to interact with that as well. So I'm definitely doing a Fates thing where I'm intertwining a lot of the characters with each other with these little like tie-ins. So it's gonna be interesting to see what kind of PC narrative is gonna be. It'll be fun.
This is just making me even more excited now.
Yeah, let's do it. So we got exposure and critical role. So what's your process for character creation? If you're like, as you're getting ready for a campaign, I know this one's a little different, right? You're bringing this is like a pre-made character you're bringing back.
Yeah, this one's, I mean, even then he kind of follows the same process as I usually use for characters. I come up with like a very vague idea, like a very big concept, and I just kind of shoehorn D&D mechanics into it to actually make it work. It's yeah, I mean, it's square peg round hole, but sometimes it still works. So
what do? Do you go in just like a thematic idea first and then go class afterwards, or like what's your process with that?
Well, so for example, actually the one shot that we did with you, with Fizgin, the chef.
The chef, yeah.
I was like, okay, I want a chef. I want his food to impact people, either help or hurt them or that kind of stuff. How can I possibly do this in D&D mechanics? And then I saw I can't remember the name of it entirely, but like the Healing Hands monk or something along those lines. Wade Mercy, I think it might have been.
Yep.
And just flavored it to basically be exactly, just a little bit of sage. In order to either heal people or hurt people, he would use the quarterstaff that he had, which was actually a spoon from an ogre, to feed them. So his stunning strike would be oatmeal raisin cookies, because those are a crime against humanity. And other things would be like other disgusting food and all that kind of stuff for hurting, or like really delicious food if it was the opposite, if he was healing somebody. So it's a little bit of a forced role for the monk, I think, but he was so much fun to play.
Especially in a one-shot setting when it's like you can get a little bit of that wiggle room to kind of re-flavor it even beyond kind of the stretches of like the mechanics. That's super fun.
Exactly.
Do you ever use inspirations to come up with these characters' ideas, like games, music, movies?
A lot of books. I read a whole lot of books, and like,
I like how
actually
I didn't add books to it because I don't read. I should probably add books to that list, shouldn't I?
Well, you know. No, like actually with Fizgin, he was very loosely based off of it was a god in a book series that I read. Okay. And it was a god of food, so he like strengthened his entire nation in a way by like cooking for the masses and making sure people were like kept full and content and bringing people together through food and all that kind of stuff to fight against like a siege that was going on. So it was I was like, okay, this is a really cool concept. I don't think Mike will let me play a god, but if I can do it this way.
If anybody, it'd probably be you.
I mean,
like, yeah, I want to see where this goes. Like, good.
Yeah, let's roll the dice and see what happens.
Nice. Okay, sweet. What about this character then? Did he have a inspiration or a book or a character that kind of influenced this, or?
Hesbrook literally came up because I was like, I want to play a rogue, but I don't want to play a rogue.
Right. Yeah, we've talked about that.
I mean,
yeah.
that's
Well, what other class can I make as close to a rogue and have fun with it?
Exactly. I mean, you can do like Shadow Monk and all that.
Yeah.
No, that's
too close.
Whatever.
Stalker,
but, like,
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, Wizard though. Oh hell yeah.
I love it. That's really cool. Yeah, that's gonna be super fun to watch play out. Because I kind of had the same thing. I really like to take classes on their head. Like I have like a future one where it's like a wizard, but I'm like, I want to be like the most unwizardly wizard.
Yes, I love it.
I'm excited. That's cool. Sweet. Well, thank you so much for joining. I have one last request of you. Well, two more. I did want to ask about NPC, but no spoiler. Okay. Give us a teaser of the character, an accent, a hint, something small to kind of like feed the masses on who Tesseract is.
Well, I've been told the voice is very unique. Our lovely Dee says she gets it in her head every once in a while. Yeah, it'll stick with you.
It really does. I do it all the time now, and I'm like, damn, I need to stop doing that because that's his thing. Yes. Well, I'm super excited. Thank you so much. Before you leave, before we go on another break here, why don't you help me name one of these NPCs? Because our chat has named, or we've decided to go with all three of our patrons here. So, I don't have them on screen, but I don't. Do you remember them earlier, or do you have access to Roll20?
Yes. No, I do remember them from earlier. Actually, before we do that though, I did have. Yeah. I had one more question that I had to answer.
Yeah, go for it. Or if you have any questions for Greg as well.
Oh yeah, that too. I was asked, what is my favorite color?
Oh.
And the answer is purple.
Interesting. Why? Let's go deeper.
So I think it's mostly I absolutely love purple. Back in like high school and that kind of stuff, I was like, if you ever asked me, it would be like, oh, navy blue, yeah, like typical guy color or that kind of stuff. But like, I'm older, I don't really care. Give me purple. It's a fun color. It's way more fun.
That's so interesting. I've actually found so much more similarities with you tonight, because I had the same thing back in the day where I'm like I used to wear just blues and browns and all that, and then like I got to a point where I'm like, I'm gonna wear pink because no one else does, and that's how people are gonna remember me. And I'm like, I just don't care.
Right?
Like, so I kind of had all these like pink shirts that I'd like randomly wear. Like, why are you wearing that? I'm like, now you remember my name, won't you? And like,
exactly. No, once you get past that like initial, oh god, what are other people gonna think? No, you have way more fun.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm wearing a shirt with drinks and a bow tie.
I love
like,
it.
it's a lot more fun living this way.
I'm gonna have to tell the rest of the players to dress up a little bit then after you. Like, hey, he raised the bar. I need some crazy shirts. You know, to be fair, there is one more question that was posted in the chat. I feel it would be dishonest not to ask it. From your own wife, Megan.
I knew it.
Are you playing a gnome because it's easier to understand how he sees the world, being a short man yourself?
You know, I mean, I look up people's noses all day, every day when I'm talking to them because I'm so short, guys. Much, much shorter than Megan is, totally. I guess I just
By the
have
way,
so
anyone
much
that's
to do with
around
them.
here, please don't think we're being mean, because it's he is definitely not.
Oh no, I am relatively short. Don't get me wrong.
I don't think so,
A little
personally, but that's
average-ish,
just me.
anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never have felt
Wow,
short.
that
And nor
Bardicdice
do
is really
again, it's the same
bullying
thing. I
his
never really cared.
players on his interview thing.
Being
Did
kinda
you see
mean.
Bardicdice? Let's cancel him.
Yeah, somebody clip that out of context,
Right?
please.
Yeah, cancel Bardicdice hashtag.
Yeah. Oh god.
That'll be the most attention I ever get on this channel. Well, I'm actually really excited about the kind of the chipperness between you and Megan, because that was actually some of my funnest stuff, is watching you guys go back and forth at the table while we were there, like out of character. Not only in character, but out of character is gonna be really fun. So
yup.
I think between you guys, and then Brittany and Nick, it's gonna be super fun to kind of just watch.
Oh yeah, we got a good group.
I'm super excited about this group. This will be really fun. You know, like I said before, I always want to just kind of rotate the tables a little bit, let new people come in, and really find like that you know, good chemistry as well. So perfect. So why don't you help me name one of these NPCs? We have 1 and 2, which is one was like the kind of the hair, good looking guy. The second had like the afro, a bit of a look,
Yeah.
kind of like a rough, you know.
One had the crop top.
Yep, and the crop top. And then we had like the, you know, the goblin glasses.
Yeah, the chain smoker.
She said, yeah, it definitely sounded like she chain smoked. Yeah, that's probably what I'll be going with for that one.
Beautiful. That's all I care about. Anything else, so long as we have like a 30-year chain smoker in there, I'm good.
Hey, Tommy, come over here and pop the mole on my back.
Perfect.
Do you have any ideas for names, or you just want to decide on the accent? Is that going to be your play
Oh
on that?
boy. I am not. Well, okay. I'm not the best with names. Okay, I will give a tentative name, but chat is more than welcome.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and vote for it.
To disagree with it. I do love Chadley.
I like it. Yeah, let me go ahead and actually bring it back on screen, so that way we can.
Yeah, sure. That might help give me a little bit of inspiration, I guess.
I forgot what it was called on the other one. I'll just redo it. All right, bear with me, guys. Hold on. There we go. Let me just cover up both of our faces.
We're not important.
We're not important at all. So specifically this fourth one here, we'll go ahead and name her
the
together.
Fourth one.
Yeah, unless you want to name another one. But
I think if I'm gonna name a character, give me the weird one.
I'm thinking our chain smoker here.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna be a fun time telling you guys to go around and make a name for yourself.
I got 2 potential names for you.
Okay.
We got Melvina and we got Agnes.
I'm digging it. All right. Let's see. We'll do new poll. What are we naming our chain smoker NPC? So we got.
Yeah, I feel like Agnes is gonna win.
We got Agnes.
That's a good name.
We got Chadley. What was the other one you said?
Melvina.
Melvina. All right, and how about you, chat? We got Carl coming in. Agnes.
I see Ruth. Ruth is a good one.
I like these. These are, yeah, Ruth is pretty good.
Oh, actually, Megan put that one out. I don't like Ruth.
Oh, no, too far.
Yeah.
That one's out. What do you guys say? We'll get one more choice in there before we put that up for a vote. Melvina sounds like Velveeta.
Yeah,
that's what she's.
That's all I can think of now.
She's just always eating Velveeta cheese.
Oh,
just sloppy,
gross.
just with like little bugs in it from Jorhas. Just.
Yeah, just with her finger too. Like no spoon or utensils, just like scooping it right on her.
We don't use utensils here.
Gross.
You come back, there's little crusted cheese on her, like little whiskers.
I hate her. I hate her but love her at the same time.
Gertrude. I mean, we do have a few Melvinas. Yeah.
All right.
Please, no, good lord. All right, let's go Carl for the fourth option. I like that. All right, let's go ahead, and we got 1 minute to vote on this. Everyone, please feel free to vote in the chat. who you want to go with on Chain Smoker, patron NPC. She's got the money. Maybe her husband died a few years ago. She wants to do something with it. As long as I get my Velveeta, these two run things for me.
Now, this is the patron for the other group, right?
No, this is patron for y'all's group.
Oh, crap!
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, this is what y'all get to deal with.
Oh, I have instant regrets.
Yep. Agnes is rushing ahead with 4 already.
Oh,
Agnes.
jeez.
All right, I can pull Agnes. I like
All
it.
right.
Continuing to be the NPB over here with Spoop. All right, Spoop's the loyalty is real. I love it so much. All right, so Agnes with 6 votes is the deciding NPC name. I like it. I will go with Agnes. Do we need a last name? Oh,
Jefferson? I don't know. Terrible with last names.
just you call me Granny Agnes.
There you go. I love it.
All right, I am opening my official campaign notes and
Yay.
adding in Netherdeep. We'll go
Rough around the edges.
adventuring party since you guys need a name. We don't have it yet.
You seem
Patron.
hopefully we can make this work.
So Granny Agnes. I love it. I love it. So we'll come back next week and to continue naming the other NPCs. And also to get a name for our patronage, maybe what they're about, what they do in the city. But thank you so much, Greg, for joining. I'm super excited to get into Call the Netherdeep. Like, this is crazy. As soon as they announced it, I knew I wanted to do it after Feywild. I knew I wanted to get into it. So I'm calming myself down and slowing it down so we can make a really good, a really, really good game. But I'm so excited to get into this. So thank you so much.
Oh, I am not calming myself down.
Yeah.
I am just like, if I could have more coffee just directly IV'd into my veins, I need that to stay as excited as I am right now.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I like it. Yeah, you get to see a lot of the behind the scenes little previews that I keep on posting you guys too. So
Oh, it's so fun.
awesome. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. We're going to end tonight on one more reveal of the trailer that Greg gets to play Tesseric in for Call of Netherdeep. So thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. We'll go ahead and raid after the trailer. So as always, thank you guys so much for showing up your love and respect tonight. I love all of you guys, and I'm so excited to bring you Call the Netherdeep and just hang out with you some more with Bardic Brews. So I love you guys. We'll see you next week, 4:30 p.m. or 4:30. I don't know, 4:30, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time next Wednesday. I was thinking about tomorrow for Fates United. That's where the F came from. And then Fates United tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. We'll be get back with our adventuring groups after they got their next stone. They have one more stone left. So they're in Radishan. They get to go visit Colas, oh yeah, in Tritania to get the last stone. It's gonna be great. So I love you guys.
Don't die, guys.
Yeah, don't die. Don't die yet. You got a lot more to do. But I love you guys so much and have a wonderful night.
Thank you.